Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Crafty Chemist Designs. Say hi if you're on so I know you're here. If you're watching the replay, say hashtag replay so I know that you're there. I am coming live to you today on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So let me know where you're watching me from. Hey, Michaela. Pumpkin spice, I know your favorite. Do you want me to send this card to you? I'm sharing this to the group real quick. And I should be live now on Instagram. So what's everybody doing this Sunday? Peyton wants a pumpkin spice card. Yes, that's cute. I'm going to give him a pup cup. Darcy had fun today at Lucky's birthday party. Hey, Julie. Let me try and get these even here. So today we are going to create these fun fold cards. Look how easy this is. So easy, but it looks great. So grab your paper and craft along. You can make this no problem without any preparation. You just need some cardstock and a couple pieces of designer series paper. Hi, Mary, welcome. Hi, Diana. Welcome everybody on Instagram. Thanks for joining. While we're waiting for a few people to get on, I wanted to tell you about a few specials that are going on. And unfortunately, I printed these and they all printed in black and white. So sorry. Imagine this with a gorgeous orange background. Just wanted to give you a heads up that starting tomorrow, there is a 3-day stamp sale called Stamptacular. And 15% off of all stamps from the annual catalog. So if there's anything that you are interested in getting or you've had your eye on, this is a great chance to get it. So October 7th through the 9th. Okay, and you can just go to my website, thecraftychemist.stampinup.net, to find all of the stamp sets. So this stamp set, you can get 15% off on tomorrow. However, I will tell you the dies are out of stock right now. Hi, Dee. So just FYI, you can get the stamp set, but not the dies. Also, the whole month of October, the kit collection is on sale. You get up to 30% off of all of the different kits. Okay, so keep that in mind. A lot of people like kits, especially if you're watching and you don't have a huge craft room with lots of stamps and lots of paper and all of these things, and it's intimidating to start making cards. The kit collection is great because it comes with everything you need to make the cards. I mean, everything, including the adhesive. So you can make handmade cards quickly and not have to, have a whole craft room full of stuff. So that's what's great about the kit collection. But if you are an experienced crafter, You can use these and kick them up a notch or two, make scrapbook pages with them, whatever you wanted to do. I wanted to give you a heads up that I am having a kit together where we all get together to make a kit. And of course, this is going to be a virtual kit together, but we are going to work on the confetti birthday card kit. So if you are shopping tomorrow for the stamp sale or the kit sale, make sure you throw in one of these confetti birthday card kits into your cart, because we'll be doing this kit together on October 27th. Okay, so we'll be going through and making all these kits. If you get this kit and you make these cards, you will have all of the birthday cards you need ready to go for next year. You will have the whole year covered. So it's a great opportunity to get prepared for the next year. And these cards are appropriate for young, old, male, female, anything. Okay, so grab that and get ready for the kit together. And if you look on the website and you like absolutely everything that you see on the website, I recommend that you join my team. They're having a starter kit special where you get $150 worth of product, $155 worth of product of your choice. You get to choose what you get for just $99 when you sign up. Now, you don't have to be an active, salesperson. You don't have to do lives. You don't have to, show stuff. You can join it just for the discount. Okay, so you get discount, you get free product just being a demonstrator. Okay, I am trying to build up my team because I am working towards Silver Elite. I've made it up to silver. You can see my silver pin. I put it here on my little sign. Made it up to silver, but I need to get up to Silver Elite. So if you're interested in joining, this is the time to do it. And then the last thing, the Paper Pumpkin special, where you get 40% off of your first month of Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin is our subscription card kits where they send you a card kit every month. This is the October one. It's called like Nest of Christmas, something like that. It's a winter themed kit, but you get 40% off your first month. The offer does end October 10th, so only a few more days, and you have to use the code HOLIDAY40. So it's 40% off of your first kit. Okay? And then just don't forget when you're looking at the stamp sale that the mini catalog is still live from September through December. And the scrapbooking brochure, where it's got the new scrapbooking products that Stampin' Up! Has put out. Those are still live. So lots of stuff going on this month. Let's see what's going on. Anything else I needed to say? Any questions? Okay, well then let's get started if there's no questions. I do have a directions on my blog. I'll drop a link here. I dropped it on Facebook. I'm going to have to figure out how to drop the link on Instagram and YouTube, because I am going live from using StreamYard. So I haven't really figured out the best way to drop comments on this. Hey, Mom. Okay, I dropped the link on Instagram too. But if you don't get the link, basically you just go to periodicallycrafty.blogspot.com. Okay, and that will take you to it. And then I also have a resource page on my Crafty Chemist page, thecraftychemist.stampinup.net. If you go to like projects or something, I listed all of the products that I used. Okay, so there's the resource page. So you can get ready for the stamp sale tomorrow. Put these things in your cart. Okay, so let's get started. Again, what you'll need is some cardstock, solid cardstock, and some pattern paper. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit of the history of this card. I was looking through Pinterest, as you do, looking for inspiration, and I saw a card that was similar to this, but I wanted to make it a little bit different. And I had recently seen this style of card, this fun fold card, from my upline using different papers and such. It was an older card that she had made, and I thought this would be fun the for this pumpkin spice kit, the more than autumn kit. Because what I thought would be cute would be you could use this as a gift card holder. Like you could put a little gift card right here. Okay. So that's why I thought it was cute with these little cups. Um, if you're giving a gift for Christmas or whatever, you can put your gift card right in here. So this is the stamp set, and it's called More Than Autumn. And the name really says it all because it is more than autumn. You can see that it is autumn, but I made this holiday one using the same stamp set. So for the pumpkin one, you see I used the cup and the whipped cream, and for the hot cocoa one, I used the cup and the marshmallows. But you can also do Thanksgiving. I think with this pie, I'm going to do a Thanksgiving card that says something like "You had me at pumpkin pie." I think I'm going to do that. Okay. But they've got really cute things, little gingerbread. And I did put the gingerbread on here because I thought they were cute. Little candy canes, a straw, a cinnamon stick, and an apple because there is cider, like apple cider. So there's like pumpkin spice latte, hot cocoa, peppermint hot cocoa is what I did here, peppermint hot cocoa. But you can also do apple cider and eggnog. So I mean, there's so much stuff you can do with this set. Okay, and look at the donut too. You could actually make this even a birthday card, just putting some donuts on there. I know some people who would really like that. Um, But this set also has, if you get it with the bundle, there's a lot of extra things that you get. Um, like you get this die that says nothing better than, which is what I used here. You get some words that you can cut out. These were cut out with the dies, and these are not part of the stamp set. It's these dies here. Okay. And then this little latte, see where it says latte? That's part of the die set. Okay, so this is one of the sets that I recommend you get with the dies, so in a bundle. Unfortunately, right now, the bundle is sold out, or it's unavailable. Let me just say that, it's unavailable. It will be available later because it's still showing on the website. Okay, but you can get the stamp set that has all of these stamps, but you just don't get the dies, like these word dies or whatever. So depends on how you use it, if you want to wait for the um, bundle to come available, or you can just get the stamp set now during the sale that starts tomorrow, and then buy the dies later, because you can buy dies separately with Stampin' Up. You don't have to buy them together. Okay, let's get started with the card, and we should be able to make it pretty fast. Like I said, the website is periodicallycrafty.blogspot.com, and I've got the directions here and all of the cutting guide. So I am going to be making this one. Okay, but I made this one to show you that you can make it holiday themed or winter themed. Nothing's better than peppermint hot cocoa, except maybe you. Isn't that cute? Yes, the dies will get back in stock because it says unavailable. When they are not going to bring them back, they take it off of the website. But since they're still there and says unavailable, they should come back in stock. I'll let you guys know when they do. Okay, I'm going to use, this is crushed curry as my base. So you need 2 pieces. And notice that this base is just a piece of cardstock. It's like a a postcard, right? It's not one that opens. And so you need a piece here. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's the size of a A2 card. And then you need a piece of the cardstock for the front here, this piece. And this is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Okay, so you can get this out of one sheet of cardstock. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so let's cut the first one. And like I said, the back piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it will be half of this. So 4 1/4. And then this should be 5 1/2 because, yeah, 5 1/2. So really you could get 4 card bases out of one sheet, or if you think of it as one card base and then one card front, so you can get 2 full cards out of one sheet of cardstock. Okay, let's see what. So I've got one that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I need one that is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So let's do 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Okay, so this is the card front. So this is this piece here. Does that seem bigger? It seems bigger. 3 1/2. Okay, by 4 3/4. Yeah, maybe I just cut this one smaller. Okay, and then you do need a piece for the strap. See this? I know you can't really tell, but this piece here that holds it together, where I'm calling the strap, and you need a piece that's 1 1/2 by 5. Okay. So these are the pieces you need for kind of the basic part of the card. Okay. And then for this one, I used, this is the Splendid Autumn paper. So I've used this a few times in my lives because I really, really love it. And I still have all of this. It's a great set. But look, so you can really use any of these. Like this one would be pretty, but I wanted it to be fall, autumn feeling. The one thing is, keep in mind that you're going to be putting this white piece on top of it. And so you want something that's got a lot of design around it, that's going to show up around it. So I'm going to use this same one. And I'll show you what that looks like. This one would be good too, I think. I think this one would be good. Okay, so this is the piece that I'm going to use. Okay, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. So you need a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. So let's see, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I cut this to maximize having the leaves around the edges. Okay, so 4 by 5 1/4. So that's going to go here on the back. Okay, and then we need the white piece. And I'm using basic white. Just a piece of basic white, 8 1/2 by 11. And that white piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So 3 1/4. This piece looks bent right there. I don't want that. So 3 1/4 by 4.5. And these sizes, you know, have a little bit of room for flexibility. The one thing is that you will want the front, this front piece to cover this piece. So while this white piece can be any size, you want it to be smaller than this piece, which is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay. This is crushed curry. I think, let me check just to make sure. I'm pretty sure, because that was a leftover piece, so it wasn't in a bag or in my folder. Here we go. Yeah, crushed curry. I thought it was, but yeah, crushed curry. Okay, so that's the white piece. And then now you need 2 pieces of designer series paper. 1 piece for the back and 1 piece for the front. So you can see I used 2 different pieces here. I used this piece that has like a Cajun Craze background with white dots. That's actually from the this Iconic Celebrations pack. Actually, it's the same pack that that these papers came with. This is a really good universal pack because it has you can see it has Christmas, but it has New Year's, Valentine's, birthdays, Christmas, fall. It's got a lot of different stuff in it. So I'm using this one. Okay. And so those pieces are 3 1/4 by 4.5. So the unfortunate thing is you can't get 2 of those pieces out of one 6 by 6 piece of paper. I guess you could if you made it 3, like if instead of 3.5, if you made this, I mean, instead of 3 1/4, if you made it 3 inches, you could get 2. Like I said, the sizes are a little bit flexible, but you want it to be obviously smaller than this piece. Let's see how it fits on there nicely. But if you cut that 3, it wouldn't be too bad. And then on this one, I wanted to use the Sketch Plaid stamp set. Let's see. Here he is. I wanted to use this. I will be honest and I will say I'm not loving this Cajun Craze color on here. I feel it's too dark. It's hard to read the pumpkin spice season. I'm going to do this again, but I think I'm going to try and do it in more of the Cajun Craze kind of color. I don't have Cajun Craze ink, but I have Sundance ink from Close to My Heart, which I think is similar. So I'm going to do that and see if I like it better. But on this one, you can see I used the same paper. I used this peppermint stick candy cane on this side, and I used it on this side, which I think is fine. But on this one, I really wanted to use the plaid. So I'm going to cut another piece of white that is the same size as this one, 3 1/4 by 4.5. But you can cut 2 of the same pieces if you want. Okay, so what did I say? 3 1/4. Where's that side that was? There we go. 3 1/4 by 4.5. So 3 1/4. And then I'm going to stamp on this one. Okay, so now we've got the main part together. and then we'll decorate it later. Okay. Any questions about the sizes before I hit start? I think my phone must be crooked because I don't feel like this is crooked in front of me, but okay. So let's get started with the directions. So the directions say score the 5" by 1.5" strap piece at 2 inches. Okay, so let's take this piece and using your scoreboard, I'm going to score it at 2 inches. You can use your scoring blade on your trimmer, or you can just use, a scoring stylus. Okay, and then I'm going to score it and then use my bone folder to burnish it a little bit. Okay, so you want it to be kind of like that. Okay, now it says adhere the 2-inch side of the strap to the top of the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card back centering line on the left edge. Okay, so here's my card back. And what we're going to do is take the 2-inch piece, that's the smaller piece, and we're going to glue it down here on the left edge. But we're only going to put the glue, here on the back of this 2-inch piece. And we're going to center it from top to bottom. Okay, so you can use the lines on your glass mat to help you find the center. So for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, it's going to be like right here. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Combo Multi Glue and just putting it right here along the back. And I put it right there. And you want the fold to line up against the edge there. And then make sure that this is straight. You could use your T-square if you wanted to. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Okay. Okay, now this doesn't look all that pretty, right? I don't know if you can see it. This doesn't look all that pretty. So you want to put this on top to cover up that. And then you can't even see it, right? Like you can't even tell that there's this strap there. If you look at it real close, you can't really even see that. But that's why you want it to be pretty close to the edge of it, okay? So let's put this down. I'm just going to glue this down. And then put it right on top. And I'm just going to center it. And rub it down. Okay. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. And then we're going to put the piece of basic white onto that. So find your piece of basic white, but before you glue it down, I would stamp it. So hopefully you know what you want to stamp on it. You can stamp it afterwards, but once you glue this down, if you have any glue, sometimes it makes it kind of uneven with any of the glue there, and so that you don't get a great stamped image. So this one, I wrote pumpkin spice season, nothing's better than autumn. So let's see. So if I do pumpkin spice season, I could put is the best, but I think I'll do that again. Nothing's better than autumn. Unless you guys, anybody have anything else you want me to stamp here? But you can see how many little, all these words there are. Let me find the nothing. Okay, here's a nothing's better than. And look, so there is this little stamp that says nothing's better than. I want to show you. See how it says nothing's better than? And then there's also the die cut in the bundle that says nothing's better than. So there's a lot of different opportunities with this stamp set. I know, am I not doing good with the glue? I'm not, I'm not sold on it yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm becoming a Stampin' Up person with the glue. I'm a lot better than what I used to be. Remember, I used to get glue everywhere with the liquid glass. Woo, I used to get that everywhere. Okay, now before I stamp this, I want to say one thing. I intended to put a gift card in here. I told you that at the beginning. You can do that. I stamped this pretty low. Let me get a gift card to show you. Okay, my idea was to tuck this kind of in the corner, like put a little corner piece here and then stick this in. Well, you can see I stamped this, way too low. So if you want to put a gift card here, so as you're stamping this, just kind of keep that in mind, okay? Okay, let me get some more ink on here. Okay, nothing's better than and then I'm going to put autumn. You could put pumpkin spice, but since I have pumpkin spice season there, I thought that was too much. And I'll do autumn. Anybody have questions as I'm stamping this? Okay, there we go. Okay, now we can glue this in, and then I'm just going to center this onto the card. And before I do that, I want to make sure, yeah, this covers it. Okay, and just glue this down. I'll tell you one thing that really helps is this 3D printed stand I bought at the, where did we buy these? Was it at the Stampin' Scrapbook Expo, or was it at the, I think it was that stamp show in Shakopee, Minnesota, right? Is that where we bought all these? I really like that, and it keeps the glue on the tip. So I really like that. Okay. I recommend putting this white piece down first because it makes placing this one easier. Because once you have it here and you know what you want to cover, it makes it easy. Okay. So it says stamp your sentiment. Close the strap over the card inside and adhere the 3.5 by 4 3/4 piece of cardstock for the card front to the top of the strap, centering on the front of the card. Make sure you are covering the basic white piece below. Okay, so what that means is we're going to fold this piece down, and then we're going to adhere this to to this, just this yellow piece, but we're going to do it in a way that makes sure we cover that white piece inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to add glue. I'm only going to add glue from, you see where the white ends here, the white piece of white. I'm only going to add glue on this side of it, okay? Because some of this is going to be, you see how some of this doesn't have any, it's not covered, so you don't want to put glue there. Okay. And I tend to not put it right up against the edges because I think that was my problem. Glue always was like spurting out everywhere and getting on everything, and it was a big mess for me. So, okay, so now I'm going to put this down, center it, and cover up that white piece. I like to push it down a little bit so that it's, you know, on there, but then move it because I don't want to actually accidentally get glue onto the white here. Okay. Okay, so now you see that this inside doesn't look very pretty, and it's not that big of a deal because, right, it's on the inside, but you are going to open it up. So that's why you cover this piece up with this piece of cardstock or designer series paper. You could put cardstock there if you wanted to. So now let's cover this piece up. Yeah, from Craft Fancy. Shout out to Craft Fancy because I love my 3D printed thing. Any questions on Instagram? Let me know. Okay, let's put this on there. Put it this way. I wonder if there's a way that I can go live in landscape position for Facebook and YouTube, but portrait position on Instagram, because I don't know if it's hard. Anybody who's watching on Instagram, let me know if it's hard to watch this in a landscape position. Another thing I have to figure out is there is a way that I can put another camera so that it takes a picture of my face, so you can see me as I'm doing this, but I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm still learning. This is what, the third or so time that I've used StreamYard. So let me know what you think, because I am paying for this service weekly. So if you think it's better, let me know. If you're having more trouble, let me know that too, so I'm not wasting my money. Okay, so at this point, you could put the other piece of designer series paper here on this, but like I said, I'm going to stamp on this. So let me get a piece of scratch paper. Okay, so here's some scratch paper. And then I'm going to use Sundance. Like I said, I don't have crushed curry, but I think that this is pretty close in color. So this, I'm going to use this. And where's the stamps? Okay, here's a stamp. Now the sketch plaid is a cling stamp. Okay, and I need a bigger block. I didn't think about the bigger block. Okay, and I do have this big block that works for these huge stamps. Okay. So let's ink this up. If you're just using a piece of designer series paper, obviously you don't have to do this. And also, I was thinking, this doesn't even have to be completely covered in the ink. If it was just kind of, I would say, distressed, like if I didn't have it all covered, I think that would look good too. I just wanted to give it a little bit of something behind that. And we'll see, because like I said, I'm not really happy with that crushed curry there. Not crushed curry, Cajun craze. I thought it was too dark, but if I don't like this color under it, then I would try something else. Okay, so I'm going to try and get this even here. And like I said, if it doesn't cover the whole thing perfectly, I think that it would be okay, because it could be distressed. Okay, there we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay. I'll wipe this off. Does anybody have some of these large background type stamps? I do like this. Remember, I used this for the when we were in Scotland, and I made the tartan cards. So I wanted to bring this in. Okay. So now we can just add this to the front. And then all we have to do is decorate it. Is anybody trying this? Is anybody trying to craft along? This is a really easy card. And I was thinking this would be easy, and I don't know, I would think it saves a little bit of paper as opposed to a true fold-out card. And so I was thinking this might be good for Christmas cards, because you could save a little bit of paper. Okay, there we go. And then I did on this one have this circle, and I used my Close to My Heart circle dies. Stampin' Up does have circle ones, so you can use those too. I used this one, I think the second from the biggest, and this is let's see, looks like a 2.5 inch circle, 2.5 inch circle. And this is the Cajun Craze. Let's see, did I get out any of the Cajun Craze paper? Let's see, here we go. I've got some right here. Cajun Craze. So I'm going to cut this piece here about 3 inches. This is just to put it through my die cutting machine. So you can use anything. I do think it needs some kind of circle or something there, because that sort of grounds it, right? If I would put the latte and the pumpkin donut like just right onto the plaid, it would definitely be too much. Way too busy. So I'm going to use the circle. I guess you could just use a plain solid, like just put a solid piece of cardstock there if you wanted to, and then you wouldn't have to put a circle. But I like the look of the plaid, because plaid to me seems fall. Doesn't plaid just remind you of fall? Okay, I'm using my little mini Stamp and Emboss machine. Oh, and FYI, you can get the big Stampin' and Emboss machine with your starter kit. If you sign up to become a consultant, you can get that as part of your starter kit if it's less than $155. So it's a good opportunity to get that. Like I said, you can just be in it for the sales, you know, the discount. Okay, so I'm not going to put this on there yet until I cut the other things because I want to, you know, place it first. Okay, so now let's cut out the pumpkin spice season. And I did get a piece of the early espresso. So let's cut these out. Okay, so here I'm going to do the pumpkin spice. I think this is spice season. So this is hot cocoa is the other one, and then there's apple. I could do apple season, but I want to do the pumpkin, but apple season. Oh, and then I'm also going to cut the latte in the espresso, and the latte is here. This says coffee, so you could put coffee. Okay, so those are the ones I want to use: pumpkin spice season, and then the latte. You thought the landscape was okay, Mom? Okay, thanks for letting me know. It's a lot of technical things you got to figure out, you know what I mean? I have learned that to make this cut best, the top layer should extend past this and make it go in the best. This is what I found. Okay. See how easy that went in once I put the top plate a little bit higher, a little bit sticking out further? Okay. Pumpkin spice season latte. These are small pieces, guys. Okay. Let's get the rest of these out. I'm going to, this is one use for the take your pick tool is to punch these holes. It helps get these dies out really easily. Okay, and then see there's a little, there you go. That's what's great about these. Okay, so pumpkin spice. Oh, this one's got the two little holes need to be punched out. Pumpkin spice, and then season. Okay, and then again, I'm just gonna take your pick tool and punch those little holes. There we go. Season. I'm gonna punch out the little centers of the E and the A. Okay. And then the latte. This latte one was really small, and actually it took me a long time to find it. I thought it was a stamp, and I'm like, why can I not find this stamp that says latte? I didn't realize it was going to be a die. Look how cute this is. It comes out really nice. Okay. Let's put these back. I really wish these were in stock right now. Of course, when I plan my lives and everything, make the samples and that, everything's in stock. And then, you know, I go to do the live and it's out of stock. So that's not great, but what can you do? Okay, so now let's just stamp our pumpkin latte and the donut. Let me get some basic white. I think it should fit on this one. Let's see if the cup fits on here. Okay, so we need the cup. We need the donut. We need the whipped cream, but I have one cut from yesterday when I was making my sample. I decided at the last minute to switch to the marshmallows instead of so I have this already cut out, so I don't need to cut that again. The straw. I love the little straw. And the little, I put the pumpkin there so you knew it was pumpkin spice. Okay, so I'm going to put the pumpkin. There's also in the little stamp set, there's the little candy cane, the gingerbread, a heart, apple, and then the cinnamon. Okay, so let's get these out and I'll stamp these. And I'm just using the Memento Tuxedo Black because this is good for coloring with markers. So I colored those in. So okay, there's the cup. And then the donut. I really would like to do one with the pumpkin pie. I'm going to do that one, my next sample. But like I said, I think I'm going to make those for my Thanksgiving cards. So, I mean, actually, this stamp set and die set, you can do fall, you know, apple picking, pumpkin spice, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, like 3 seasons. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, and these two I'm going to do at the same time. Just make sure you space them far enough that the dies will fit. Now, I am one who likes to stamp, color, and then cut. I know some people are more of a die cut and then stamp. So it's up to you. Okay, so now we just need to color. So these are the colors that I pulled for this. These are the Stampin' Blends. I am using, this is dark pumpkin pie, light pumpkin pie, bronze, ivory, and then this is light mossy meadow. This is just, I thought, for maybe the pumpkin stem. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to color the cup with this. You can make it look like your favorite coffee place if you want. I tried to go with the autumn theme colors. But I can see if you want to make this like green and white for your favorite Starbies, or if you're a DD person, you might want to make it orange. Okay. I'm, learning to love these Stampin' Blends, and I'm slowly building up my colors. So I had enough, I thought, to do this card. Okay, and now I'm going to do the ivory for this. This is the little cardboard holder thing. I think this ivory came in I think the copper and the ivory came together. If you want to make it more shading, you just go over it more. Okay. And then I'm going to use this, I think, for my donut. There's just a little bit of the donut that shows outside of the icing, just around the edges. So I'm going to use this ivory. I could have used the more brown one, but, and then there's a little bit on the inside here. And I think I'm going to use the brown for the straw. You could use green. I know a lot of those straws are green. Okay, and then the pumpkin, I'm going to use the dark pumpkin. I'm going to kind of go around where the lines are. And then the light pumpkin, I think this is light pumpkin, I'm going to go on the inside and just fill that in. So it has a little bit of shading. Okay, and then there's not much there, but I am going to take this mossy meadow and just give that stem a little bit. Okay, and then the donut, I'm going to do with the light pumpkin, and then I will go back with a darker pumpkin around the edges. And then maybe around where the sprinkles are. Or the sprinkles, we could put like maybe chocolate sprinkles on and color them with a brown, but I didn't pull out a darker brown. These Stampin' Blends come in a set of 2. So you have the darker color and the lighter color. So like this one, I've got the dark pumpkin and the light pumpkin. Although there was a special set, I think these 2 came together. The ivory and the bronze. Those 2 came together. Because I guess you can't have a dark ivory and a light ivory. I don't know, but all of the other ones come with a dark and a light. So the Stampin' Blends are what you use to color in your stamped images. Okay. Okay, and then like I said, I'm going to take the darker pumpkin, and then I'm just going to kind of go around the edges just to give it a little bit of shading. Or you can just go in some spots or others. Then I'm going to do the same thing around the inside edge. So it looks like it's lighter at the top. If you imagine this donut being kind of 3-dimensional, right? The very top is kind of light and shiny, and then as it gets closer to the donut, it's a little bit darker. Okay. These are alcohol. These are alcohol-based. Alcohol-based ink. Yeah, alcohol-based ink. So you do want to use an ink like the black ink like this, Tuxedo Black Memento with alcohol-based ink. Okay. Oh, and I didn't do it on the whipped cream. I'm going to take the ivory, and then I'm just going to kind of make some swishes just to give it a little bit of dimensional color. There we go. I did it on this one. This one I think I used like a brown gray. Okay, so all we have to do is cut these out. I could potentially cut these all at once, but I'm not going to because I want to get them cut as centered as possible. Okay, so let's do, you know, I found that the Stampin' Up dies are much tighter to the stamped image than the Close to My Heart ones were, which means that it you don't have quite as much white space around, but it also means you have a little bit less wiggle room. You can use washi tape if you want to hold it down. I have done that on the little ones. Like maybe on the pumpkin, I'll do that. And the straw. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. I think that was okay without using washi tape. Okay, let's get the donut. Okay. Cut him out. Okay, the donut one, I will tell you, is a little bit, because it's not circle. So you have to get it in the right position. There we go. This is the right position. It fits one way, which it did take me a little bit of time to figure that out. Okay. I moved it. I moved it. I moved it. There we go. I like this little, this is a mini stamp and emboss machine or cut and emboss machine, which I like. I like keeping it here. Okay, I didn't do that great on there, but it's not too bad, but it's not my best. Okay, let's do some washi tape for the straw and the pumpkin. And we'll do those two together. Let me get some washi tape. Okay, and then we just got to place it and then we're done. I thought I was going to be done early today, guys, but I yapped. Talked a lot. Guess I'm hyped up for my nephew's birthday party today. Went to my nephew's birthday party. He had a gamer bus. Okay, let me just tell you about the straw. The straw has it's not oval, like a rounded edge on the one side, and then the other one kind of is a little bit of an angle. The angled part goes down towards, you can see where the straw is angled at the bottom. So the angled part goes down towards the bottom. Another thing you can do with these is make a mask. Like, so next time I could use this, say this cutout part for the cup, and then place my stamped image inside of that, the die inside of that, and then washi tape it all down so that you get a perfectly centered image. And I have done that, but not today. Today I'm just kind of winging it. Okay, there we go. So these ones shouldn't move, so I can go a little bit faster with this one. And then we just have to glue it all down. But this Stampin' Emboss machine is really nice to have. I just keep it right here on my work surface. And I actually bought that as part of my startup when I became a consultant or demonstrator, I guess. Okay. Let me put these away. And then we'll just assemble. Hopefully you stuck around for this. Although you've got the, if you didn't, you got the main design of the card. So, okay, pumpkin, spice, season. Okay, so I'm going to put this right about here. Let's get this latte. Okay. So let's glue this guy down first, because you see how spice is on top of that? So season is here. I'm going to put this about here and center it. Okay. Let me find my tweezers. Okay. I'll use my tweezers to hold this as I put the glue on. And for this one, you just want to, I'm just going to kind of tap in different areas. I've seen people put glue down on, like down on their paper pad or whatever, and then drag this through, drag the die cut through that. Has anybody tried that? So you just put a little bit of glue and then you kind of drag this through. I'm just trying to get main contact points here, especially the end part, the end ones, because that's the pieces you want hanging down, because you don't want it to like stick up and snag on things. Okay. That should be pretty good. I did use on the hot cocoa one, I used adhesive, a tape runner, but these are really thin. These are really thin letters, and that was even hard to do. Okay, pumpkin spice. So that's why I kind of went back to the glue. Ooh, I didn't want that to come out that fast. Spread it around. So I was talking about my nephew's party as I'm doing this. Yeah, he had this gamer bus where they had like, they had a big bus, like a coach bus, you know, like you would take, I don't know, like a Greyhound bus or something, you know. And then inside there were these nice seats, like gamer seats. And then they had like a Wii, a PS5, what's the other one? There's another one. So they had all those gaming systems, and then they had like hundreds of games, hundreds and hundreds of games that they could play. They had like pictures up on the wall. Like I went in to look at it, and they had like pictures of all the different games they had, and there was just like hundreds of them. I think the boys played Minecraft and Roblox, and that's kind of what I heard them playing. Okay, there we go. Pumpkin spice. Okay. Now I'll put the donut down. And then the latte is going to go on top. So that was a really cool birthday party. I'd never seen one of those, but my sister-in-law knows all of the things. I guess my nephew did go to one of these parties before. His friend had one or something. So that's how they found out about it, because his friend had one a couple years, or maybe no, yeah, his friend had one. So it's kind of cool for boys. Actually, they had some girl stuff too. Not that there's a boy and girl games. I don't mean to say that, and I know that sounded bad, but I do think that there are things that would have been good for. I was thinking like my granddaughter Ellie. Was there anything there that she could have done? And there weren't that many little games, but there was. I think there was like a. It wasn't strawberry shortcake, but it kind of looked like strawberry shortcake to me. Game. Okay, I'm gonna put this kind of right there on top, but before it gets dried, I'm going to put the straw in there because I tucked it under the cream, whipped cream there. Okay, so let me hold this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, and now let's do latte. Latte is going to be a challenge here. This is a teeny tiny piece, guys. Since I'm doing this live, I'm trying to go a little bit fast, and it's getting a little bit more on there than what I would want. But so some of it is kind of oozing out, but not too bad. Okay, latte, and then the pumpkin. So you put the glue on a sponge and then tap the sponge on the words. Okay, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll try that. This is a good set to practice that. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to add anything like gems or sparkles or anything like that because there's already a lot going on. Do you like it better with the kind of Sundance plaid behind it? So do they still have the X? Because I have an X. I just haven't been able to find the rolls that you put in there. You're talking about this, right? Because I have one of these. I just haven't been able to get a replacement one of these. I didn't think they made that. You know, another one I had, it was the same, it was a Xyron, but it was like a bluish gray one that was about this big. It was like a 6-inch one. I love that one. That was my favorite one. You like the Sundance plaid better? I do too. And I still think it adds something. So I like the plaid behind it, but it's not as in your face as that one is. Yeah. Okay, and then like I said, there's a lot more to this set. You can do a Christmas one. Okay, any questions about these? Amazon has refills? Really? I'll have to check. I'm going to check that out because I used to use the heck out of that. Well, that should be of no surprise to you guys who know that I use a lot of adhesive, that would be my best friend for these small pieces. I'll check it out. Okay, next week we are doing the Halloween Memories scrapbook layout. This is from the Stamping Workshop kit. This is one of the workshop kit pages, spreads. I want to ask you guys, so next week, do you want me to do this same exact layout? Or do you want me to do one of the other layouts in here, like this one or this one? Let me know. I thought, you know, since this was in the picture, I thought people might want to do this one, and I do have enough material. I can do this 2-page layout again. But then I thought maybe people would like to see the other pages in the kit. So let me know. Oh, the Sundance is just the color. Sundance is the color, close to my heart color. I didn't have Crush Curry Stampin' Up ink pad, but I felt this one from close to my heart was close enough. So this is Sundance, the plaid I stamped in Sundance, and then this one is the Cajun Craze. And at the beginning, I said I thought the Cajun Craze was too dark and in your face. It was hard to read the spice and everything. It was hard to read the words. And so this time I tried the Sundance plaid, you know, to make the plaid, and I do like that color better. Yeah, I'm working my way up through some of the Stampin' Up ink colors. I've got several, but I don't have well, I should have looked in the new kit for this month. See what color is in there. I should have checked because maybe that's in there. Oh, it's Cajun Craze. Yeah, it's Cajun. It's Cajun Craze. Speaking of that, I'm having our paper pumpkin craft together on October 11th, Friday, October 11th. So find out where you put your Autumn Abundance paper pumpkin and craft along with me. I think I'm going to figure out before next Friday how you can add people on StreamYard. So people can be crafting along with me on the screen. So I'm going to figure out how to do that before next Friday. I know, I love the magnetic ink pads, and you know, that's a little bit why it was taking me some time to get some of the Stampin' Up pads, because it was kind of hinted that Stampin' Up is going to switch to the magnetic pads, because again, rumor has it I'm not in the know at all, and I'm not a leader, so I didn't go to like the leader summit or anything like that. But from what I've been hearing, they purchased the rights or the copyright or whatever you would call it, the design of these, and that they want to switch. So I've been kind of holding off. But then my third up line said that that's going to be a while. So then I thought, well, I'll start getting some of the colors. But I don't have, because actually I'm not a huge like mustardy color girl. So that's not one of the first colors that I'm going to purchase, but okay. Next week again, Halloween wishes or Halloween memories scrapbook page. So a lot's coming up. Remember all those specials that I told you at the beginning. October is a jam-packed month with Stampin' Up. And I just purchased the pre-order for the online exclusives that will be live to customers in November, and they're pretty good. So I'm excited about those. But a lot of other stuff's going on at the kit sale, the stamp sale starts tomorrow. But I have a lot going on. Next Friday, we're doing the paper pumpkin craft together, and then Sunday I'm doing the Halloween pages. So okay, see you next week for the Halloween memories scrapbook pages. Thanks for joining, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.